Oh, your monster's life is running super low. True, you could use willpower now, but you'd rather be back at high life because otherwise your opponent could do something you can't dodge, and now your monster's KO'd. Fortunately, there's a solution. There's even a way to bring them back from death, but not very many of those. The card Mango can heal 1 life to any monster not already KO'd. That sounds like a small amount, and it is. But 1 life could be the difference of victory and loss. Lots of moves are if dodged still gives half damage or can't be dodged. The higher your life when these moves happen, the more likely you'll survive. There is also Pixie's move Healing Ring, which will recover any monster on the team by 3 life. You could do both Mango and Healing Ring and recover 4 life in 1 turn. Or if you use oil on Pixie, you could even do Healing Ring twice, assuming you had enough guts. And don't forget there's always fusing in battle with United and Worms Emerge to bring out an entirely new monster which will have full life. A couple monsters even have cards that let them recover as much life as the damage they do. All of these are the only way to recover life, however. Then there's something awakening a monster, which is bringing back a monster that has been flipped over. Why is it called awakened? Because your monster doesn't die during battle. It's only knocked out, so bringing them back isn't a revival, it's simply waking them up. Hey, is there a Phoenix down in this game? Funny you should ask. Phoenix is one of the only cards capable of being awakened. The breeder card Fire Resurrection is used on a KO'd Phoenix card and brings it back with 4 life. Pretty good since that's all Phoenix had in the first place. This counts as that monster's attack this turn, but you already know you can use oil to remedy that part of the card if you'd like. I highly recommending 3 of the Fire Resurrection if you run Phoenix on your deck, or none if you don't. The monster card Ghost has a very good special move called Possession. So he awakens one of your KO'd monsters and brings them back with the amount of life he currently has. Then you KO the ghost monster. Needless to say, have 3 of these in your deck so you can draw it out when you need it. There is no way to bring the ghost back that used it, so you'll only be able to use this once per duel, but it's still worth it to bring back one of your most useful monsters. Then after you've used it, or if Ghost is KO'd, you can just make the other copies of Possession as guts. Funny enough, you could even use Possession to bring back Phoenix after you've done Fire Resurrection for the 3rd time, making Phoenix even more annoying than it already is. The final way of awakening is a technicality. The All Monsters card Grit can only be used if your monster would be KO'd to the exact amount of life it had. So if it had 4 life left and your opponent would do 4 damage, you can use Grit. But if your opponent would do 5 damage or more, you can't use Grit. Still, Grit is super useful because you use it and it awakens your monster at 1 life, even though technically they never got KO'd. This card is only allowed to be used once a duel, so use it wisely. And remember, monsters with 1 or 2 life left are capable of doing willpower or desperation for even more damage. In general, recovery and awakening sounds good on paper, but in practice not many decks will do it since there are so few chances to be able to do either thing. However, it can be a very good thing to have. A deck with Mango, Pixie's Healing Ring, Phoenix, Ghost, Fire Resurrection, and Possession would be a very annoying deck to deal with. And annoying means that it's a good deck. Hey, do you like these tutorials? Let me know in the comments. You can download the game in the description.